Okay, welcome back, and here's what we're going to do today. First of all, we're going to do our scale routine together, because you should always do your scales first. You want as many repetitions of that as you can get, so putting that at the beginning of your practice session so you just never ever skip it. That's a good plan. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to add two more scales. That's going to be the B flat major scale and the D major scale. Then we're going to take a look at our blues that we're learning, and we're going to add a dominant seventh to the voicings, which will make it sound a little bit more bluesy, I guess. And then finally, we're going to take this bass line that we were doing and change the direction, right? So that's what we're doing today. So place your phone on the piano and let's get started. So first of all, let's do our scales together. Just use one finger. We'll say them up and down, not quickly, just slowly. And we'll do all three of them in a row, but at any time, if you need to pause, just pause and do it on your own until it's comfortable, then move on. Okay, so here's C major. It's C to C, no sharps and flats. 1, 2, here we go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. All right, so let's just move on to F. That's the next scale that we learned. It's F to F. And remember, it has a B flat in the middle. Be certain to say B flat when you get to B flat. Here we go. The F scale. 1, 2, ready, say it. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F. Perfect. So now let's go to G major. G major is G to G. Remember, it has an F sharp. Say the F sharp. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, say it. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Remember, if any of those weren't comfortable or they had a little glitch in them, just pause the video and say it again. Remember, right now, going fast isn't helpful to us. So let's go to our first new scale for the day. We're going to add the B flat major scale. So it's going to, of course, start on a B flat. It's going to go to the next B flat up, and in the middle there, it's going to have an E flat, which is the closest black key to E. And once again, it's a half step down, so it's called a flat. So I'm just going to demonstrate this really slowly. So it goes B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, back down, A, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Okay, let's play it together. 1, 2, ready, say. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, A, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Very good. Make sure you hit pause if there's any glitches or you need to clarify anything about that. So let's move on to the D major scale. So the D major scale goes from the note D to the note D. In the middle, it'll have an F sharp and a C sharp. Make sure you say F sharp and C sharp. And once again, the C sharp will be the closest black key to C, and since it's a half step higher, it's called a sharp. Here we go. I'll say it first. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Let's say it once together in time. 1, 2, ready, say it. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. So I put this scale sheet together for you. It has the scales, all the scales that we're going to learn, and there you can see they're in categories. So there's naturals, sharps, and flats. And unfortunately, there's only one major scale in the natural category, and that's C. And then you'll see that there's 7 in the sharp category. There's a reason why we're doing 7 sharps, and we'll talk about that as we go along. And then there's only 4 in the flat category. Potentially there could be 7 there also. But this document will be very helpful. It'll be a way we can keep track of what scales we know. We can highlight them and keep track of the ones we're supposed to play when we practice. And 2, we can use this document to indicate what fingerings we're going to use in certain scales as we go along. So I've added a piano area inside the EWDen, and I'll put these documents and as we go along, play-alongs and links that we would need in that area. You can just go to curtsipe.com, www.curtsipe.com, and join the EWDen. It's free, as are the downloads that I'm going to make available to you. So let's move on to our blues. We're going to make it sound a great deal better today. So we've been playing a 2-note voicing, which is C and E, and a 1, 2, 3, 5 bass line. Well, you have to start somewhere, right? So this is a good place to start. But if we take this voicing and we add a flat 7 to it, it sounds more like the blues, or more like the music that we're used to sounding. The other change we're going to make today is change the direction of the bass line, because our bass line is 1, 2, 3, 5. We're going to play it the other direction. So let's look into why we need to make these changes and how to make them. First of all, the chord symbol tells us what to do. So our first chord progression was this progression: C, 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 F, F, C, C, G, G, C, C. You're probably never really going to see a blues progression that looks like that. It's all major chords. Normally when you see a blues progression, they're dominant chords, which a dominant chord is a letter followed by an odd number greater than 5. So typically it's C7, but it could also be C9, C11, C13. Someday we'll get into a discussion about all of that, but today we don't really need to. We just need to know that when it's a letter immediately followed by an odd number, they're telling you to flat the 7th degree of the scale. So let's say we have a C. C indicates C major, and that would be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If we number them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, right? The 7th is the B. So if it was, the symbol was C7, it would say that you need to flat the 7th tone. Well, we know the 7th tone is a B, so that would be a B flat, so then it would be this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, and that is known as C dominant. Well, we could do the same in any scale, so let's do the ones that we're going to need. Let's look at F. So F major is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. If we number it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, find the 7 is E, we need to flat it. Makes it E flat. So F dominant would be F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F. Now let's take a look at G. G major, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Number it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is F sharp. If we flat that note, it becomes F natural. So G dominant, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the theory that we need to know to understand what we're going to do next. I would suggest pausing the video and doing that in C and G and F on your own, just to get mental clarity of what's going on. Now let's look at our chord voicing. Our chord voicing was 1 and 3, a C and an E. Well, we could change the 1 to a 7. Right, I'm going to put a bass note just so we can hear it. Right? So that's a major chord. That's a major 7th chord, because this is the 7th, and that's what a major 7th chord is. Right? So if we flat this, that's a dominant 7th. So we're really going to change our right hand voicing from this to this, which are removing our thumb down 2 tones. And that gives us a C dominant chord. I'm just playing in a C, so there is a C in the chord, right? Because that gives us a reference point. That's called the root of of the chord. Right, so let's just do the same thing in F. So we go to F, our voicing was 1 and 3. So if we move our thumb down a half step to E, that's F major, but we need F dominant, so we move our thumb down again. That's F dominant chord. So once again, we see our regular shape, and we move our thumb down 2. Gives us F dominant. Let's do it on one more. We'll do it on G. So G major is 1 and 3. If we put our thumb on the 7th, remember that would be an F sharp, right? But we want a dominant 7th, so it'll be F natural. So it's G, thumb goes down 2, and those are our 3 voicings. So let's review. So here's C, thumb goes down 2, C dominant. F major, thumb goes down 2, F dominant. G major, thumb goes down 2, G dominant. Pause the video and do that a couple times. So now let's play the first line of the blues with just our new voicing. So make sure you see the C, the 1 and the 3, then lower your thumb. That way you know you're at the right position. So it goes 1, 2, ready, play. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. Great, then we'll move to F. Let's do the second line. So we move to F, reference with F and A, move your thumb down 2, as E flat and A. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to C. It's okay to reference it, and then move your thumb. 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do the same thing with G. Get my reference. Move my thumb down 2, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, back to C. 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. Let's play that one time through together. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a good time to pause the video. If you can't play it at that speed, that's okay. It could take a couple days, maybe even a week to be able to do that. So, but just keep trying. But right now, if you just pause the video and understand those movements, that's going to help quite a bit. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do today is work on this bass line. So we've been playing 1, 2, 3, 5, which is a really effective way of introducing the bottom half of the scale. So, and we're referencing, remember we're referencing from our pinky, that's where we put our C. Well, it's possible to use the top part of the scale, right? So we can put our thumb on the root and play down, but remember this scale is dominant, so it'll have a flat 7, so it'll be C, B flat, A, G. And once again, that's 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're using our fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, or thumb, index, middle, ring, however you want to think about it, or the notes C, B flat, A, G, or finally the scale numbers 1, flat, 7, 6, 5. It doesn't matter how you think of it, but that's a really nice bass line. So let's put that bass line under our voicing and play the first 4 bars of our blues. 1, 2, ready, play it. So now we're moving to F. So you have to reference the F with your thumb, right? To get the bass line, it's going to be F, E flat, D, C, because it's a dominant chord and the E natural is flat. So it's F, E flat, D, C, F, E flat, D, C, then back to C. So let's do that with our voicing. So we set up on F, make our chord dominant, and here we go. 1, 2, ready, play it. F, E flat, D, C, C, C. Okay, so let's apply this bass line to the G dominant chord. So our thumb, left-hand thumb references a G, and we know it's a flat 7, so it's not the F sharp, it's the F natural, which gives us all white keys. G, F, E, D, G, F, E, D, then C, B flat, A, G, C, B flat, A, G. Well, let's do the same thing with our G voicing. So we reference G, find the flat 7th, find the G, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play it. G, F, E, D, G, F, and everything moves to C. C, B flat, A, G, C, B flat, A, G. Great. Let's play our blues one time through together using the flat 7, the dominant voicings, the flat 7/3 voicings with the descending bass line. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. C, 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 and everything moves to F. Moving back to C. Now we move to G. C. Definitely pause and do that a few times. Finally, the last thing to talk about is, since these bass lines are all 4 beats, the ascending is 1, 2, 3, 5 of the scale, which is 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. Descending would be C, B flat, A, G, or 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, right? It doesn't matter which one we do. So if we play, I'll just play a blues and I'll announce what I'm going to do. You could play up or down. You just get to choose. I'll start going up. So we can't really play that together because it's improvised, so there's no way that we would make the same choices, and it's unfair to you to get like a millisecond notice as to which one to play. So just practice that on your own. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to be made aware of the next video, and I hope I see your name inside the EWI Den so you can download the scale sheet. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.